Hey y'all, it's Magnolia Money, and we're going to go over the Cash 3 Mags 927 rundown. We're going to learn how to do date sums to find them and implement them so that we can narrow down and find the following night's numbers. Now, for this video, I'm going to use an example for November 1st and November 2nd. So to get started, what you'll do is on November 1st, you'll see that 851 came out, and we are looking for the following night's numbers. Okay, so we're going to need to come up with a date sum. All right, to get that date sum, you need to add the month, which in this case is November, which is 11, and then add the date for the date that you're looking for the particular next drawing number, which in this case is 4/11/2, not the same date that just came out. So we add the 11 and the 2 together, we get a 13. Because it's the math of the lottery system, we're only going to keep what's in the ones position, and then we're going to use that 3. Okay, so your date sum that we're looking for our upcoming rundown is a 3. Now, what you would do next would be go over and write down your 927, write down your current numbers winning numbers, which is 851, and then you're going to add each of these. 9 plus 8 is 17, and again, you only keep the last digit, so you keep the 7. 9 plus 7 is 16, you keep the 6. 9 plus 16 is 9 plus 6 is 15, and then you keep the 5. All right, so you're going to do that so forth and so on each of these. You'll do that for the column of 9, the column of 2, and the columns of 7. Once you're done, you're going to take that date sum that you just recently came up with and figured out, and you're going to highlight those inside this rundown. That's going to help you get a base starting point on where to begin looking for your following night's numbers, because from everything that I've seen, they do either touch or use those particular date sum numbers. Now, for the 927 date sum of 3, we're looking for different sets. Now, I already know what came out for the following night, which is going to be on 11/2. That particular number that did come out was a 997, okay? We know that number played the next night, so I'm just going to kind of give you guys a recap on what to look for and see how it played so that you can use it to see what needs to be played for your night that you're going to watch this video and try this method. So the following night's numbers came out as 997. We have a 9, we have a 2, and a 9. And the reason why I circle that 2, because that 2 is a mirror. And if you guys remember, our mirrors, a 2 can play as a 7 and a 7 can play as a 2. So keeping in mind that those numbers can be used either or, I'm going to continue the video with that in mind. If you're not familiar with how to do the mirrors, then please feel free to leave a question in the comments or hit me up on social media or email me in the About section of this particular channel. So we're going to go through and look. We see that the 979 is right there. We also see that there is a 979 right here. And if you look, it does touch the date sum on each one of these, except for this one. Okay, so with that being said, it's not going to touch every single one of them, you guys, but if there's like 4 of them in the group, in this particular one, it's usually going to touch at least half of them or more. But as you can see, proof shows that using mirrors, you were able to get it to touch here, you were able to get it to touch here. So keep that in mind because you're going to go to the following night, okay? That following night, you're going to have 927, all right? You're going to add just like you did before, and then you're going to look at your date sum. And again, how you get your date sum is by adding the night for the date that you're looking for that the dates can, or the next set of numbers are going to draw for. So in this case, we were looking for 11/2. Well, now that 11/2 would have played, which was the 997, we are now looking for 11/3, making the date sum a 4. That's why they're highlighted on this particular rundown. Now, with the date sum being 4, we're looking for the winning numbers to be around it. And again, I already know that the 707 played on the following day. Now, with it following the 707, we're looking for those to touch or be around the date sum. Now, guys, this is where sometimes it can get tricky. Sometimes it can use the date sum, sometimes it won't. All right, but right now we have 707, and again, that 5 is mirrored. Then we have right here, we've got 707, which again, those are mirrored, but it's still there. And that 4 does touch to that 7. Okay, so we need to keep that in mind as well, that it did touch from one of these that were being used, actually both of these that were being used, as a central point being 7. All right, we also have it down here with a 077, All right, it doesn't have to be in the exact order, just as long as those three numbers come out. So then we have 7, 0, 7. So it's there, but even though it doesn't touch the date sum, it is still repeating inside this particular method. So that's one thing you want to check out and remember. Another thing is sometimes if you don't have a lot of date sums in here, you can, what I say, mirror them. I usually don't like doing that unless there is not a particular date sum listed. Like if there was no 4s for whatever reason, then I would use a mirror. But sometimes if I feel like I need to at the bottom, I will. And in that case, those would have been mirrored to 4s and it would have played around them as well. All right, so thank you guys for coming by and checking out my channel and checking out the different rundowns. I will get more of these added soon. If you would, please hit the subscribe button, the like button, and if you would, leave a comment. And I will see you all soon. Y'all take care and have a blessed night.